Students, today is also discuss some basis of properties of determinant. Yesterday is also discuss some remaining properties of determinants and some problems on these basis of determinant. Today is also continuing the same problem, same types of problems. But in any problems of the on the basis of determinants, so first we always observe in two different kinds. So first condition is if it is possible to all the elements of any rows or columns have a common factor. So if you have any common factor means if all the elements of any row or any column is a multiple of some numbers. Suppose if does not have any common factor, so next condition is if it is adding or subtracting the corresponding elements of any two rows or any two columns, then will exist the resultant or row of the matrices either in identical forms or in the zero forms or in the common factors. So these two things are always remember before the simplifications of these types of problems. So two different conditions will be always to remember that. First condition is if all the elements of any row or in any column is a multiple of some another constant, it means now it's possible to get a common factor. Suppose if it does not have any common factor, so if it is possible to either adding or subtraction of the corresponding elements of any two rows or any two columns, so after that we get either in identical form or in the common factor, otherwise after simplification is nothing but all the elements of that matrix will be same. So these two conditions is always applicable in any one of these types of problems. So now first one is, now to prove that determinant of 1 or 2, 18, 36, 1, 3, 4, 17, 3, 6 equal to 0. So we will observe if any rows are in any columns, if all the elements of the row in one of the row or in any one of the column is a multiple or not. So in the first element, if all these elements is a multiple of 2, therefore it is possible to do as a common factor. Other than except 2, we'll check whether in another multiple numbers. Now 1 or 2 is also can be written as 1 or 2 is also can be written as 70 into 6. Now it's possible. 17 into 6 is nothing but 1 or 2. Similarly, 18 can be written as 6 into 3. 6 into 3. And then 36 can be written as 6 into 6. 36 is 6 into 6. In the remaining two rows will be continuing the same elements. Second rows are 1, 3, 4 and third rows are 17, 3, 6. Now it's been noted by delta. After that, then we'll observe if all the elements of the first row, it's a multiple of 6. Therefore, that 6 has a common factor. So what is the remaining element? 70, 3, 6. And second rows are 1, 3, 4. Third rows is again 17, 3, 6. Then, so after that 6 has a common factor. We'll observe the elements of first row and third row. So what are the elements of first row? 17, 3, 6 and third row is also 17, 3, 6. Therefore the elements of first and third rows are called as identical. Therefore the values of the determinant is nothing but 0 by using the third property. So therefore all the elements of R1 and R3 are identical. Therefore, the values of delta is nothing but 0, that is in the RHS. Similarly, so next one is prove that determinant of 1, 43, 6, 7, 35, 4, 3, 17, 2 is equal to 0. Now again, first way, observe the elements of in any rows or in any columns. So if all the elements of any rows or in any columns have multiples or not? So there is no multiple elements of any rows and column. So now it's possible in the Therefore, it is simplified in the elements of the second column. Now C2 can be changes with elements of C2 can be changes with C2 minus C1. Now first we observe the elements of third column is a multiple of 2, but 2 has a common factor. After the remaining element is nothing but 3, 2, 1. But 3, 2, 1s are not represented in any another columns. Therefore, there is no identical elements of that matrix determinants. Therefore, first we get simplified in the second column. So second column's elements are get subtracting with the corresponding element of the first column. Therefore, the delta is nothing but elements of the first columns are 1, 7, 3. So elements of the second column 43 minus 1, 35 minus 7, 17 minus 3. So after the third rows are 6, 4, 2. Then 1, 7, 3. 43 minus 1 is nothing but 42. 35 minus 7 is 28. 17 minus 3 is 14. Elements of third columns are 6, 4, 2. So after that, again we will observe the elements of the second column. Each are the multiples of 7. So 42 can be written as 7 into 6. 28 can be written as 7 into 4 and 14 can be written as 7 into 2. So therefore these are also can be written as 1, 7, 3, 6 into 7. Instead of 42 can be written as 6 into 7. 28 can be written as 4 into 7 and 14 can be written as 2 into 7. So third columns are 6, 4, 2. So then we will observe if all the elements of the second column is a multiple of 7, therefore that 7 has a common factor. So what about the remaining elements? In the first column does not order, therefore the elements are nothing but same. But second column if 7 has a common factor, remaining is nothing but 6, 4, 2. And in the third column is also nothing but 6, 4, 2. So then we will observe all the elements of the second and third column. All the elements of second and third columns are identical. Therefore, the values of the determinant is 0. Therefore, C2 and C3. C2 and C3 are identical. Then delta is nothing but 0. That is in the RHS. Next one. Prove that determinant of 41, 15, 79, 79, 29, 5, 3 is equal to 0. Now again first we will consider in the delta. Now delta can be written. So first we observe the elements of delta. Again we will check whether if all the elements of any rows or columns is a multiples or there is no multiple elements of any rows and columns. Therefore, but 41, 79, 29. If all the numbers are nothing but prime numbers, therefore it gets subtracting with the corresponding elements of another row and columns. Therefore, C1 can be changes with C1 minus C2. C1 changes with C1 minus C2. That is elements are 41 minus 1, 79 minus 7, 29 minus 5. Elements of second columns are 1, 7, 5 and third column is 5, 9, 3. Then let's simplify. 41 minus 1 is 40, 79 minus 7 is 72, 29 minus 5 is 24. Again first, second and third columns are 5, 9, 3. So then we will observe that all the elements of first column is a multiple of some numbers. So 40 can be written as 9 into 5, 72 can be written as 8 into 9 and 24 can be written as 8 into 3. So therefore terms. 8 into 5. 72. 8 into 9. 24. 8 into 3. The elements of the second columns are 1, 7, 5, and the third column is 5, 9, 3. So therefore, all the elements of the first column is a multiple of 8. Therefore, that 8 has a common factor. So what are the remaining? 5, 9, 3 are the elements of the first column. 1, 7, 5 are the elements of the second column. 5, 9, 3 are the elements of the third column. So then we will observe, if all the elements are first and third columns are identical, therefore the values of the determinant is nothing but 0. Therefore, all the elements of C1 and C3 are identical. Therefore, the delta is nothing but 0. It's an RHS. Now, we come to the next problem. To prove that determinant of 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98 is equal to 0. Now, we will observe these elements of the determinants. These are called as continuous numbers or consecutive numbers. Now, to get simplified, these types of numbers. So, if the common differences of any elements are nothing but 1 or nothing but same. So, in these cases, we get operating two rules. Now, R2 can be written as R2 minus R1. Again, first we will observe, if you have any common factor for any rows or any columns, there is no common factor, therefore it subtract operating with the elements of the corresponding elements of rows or then columns in the subtraction form. Therefore, R2 can be changed with R2 minus R1. And again, R3 can be changed with R3 minus either in R1 or then in R2. So, any one of them will be using in case of R3. So, it means R1 will be fixed row, R2 can be depends on then R1 and R3 is also depends on in either R1 or then R2. So, therefore, the elements of R1 is 90, 91, 92. But in the elements of R2 can be written as R2 minus R1. Corresponding elements of the second row is subtracting with their elements of the first row. That is 93 minus 90 is nothing but 3. Similarly, 94 minus 91 is 3. 95 minus 92 is nothing but 3. Now again, third column. R3 can be changed with R3 minus R2. So R3 can be written as either R3 minus R2, otherwise it also can be written as R3 minus R1. But it's now can be taken as R3 minus R2. Again, what are the corresponding elements of the third row are subtracting with their elements of second row. 96 minus 93 is 3. 97 minus 94 is 3 and 98 minus 95 is also 3. Suppose if it is depends on R1, means R3 can be changed with R3 minus R1. After the difference of these elements is nothing but 6. But if all the elements of second row is a multiple of 3 and third row is also a multiple of 3, therefore second and third rows are identical. R2 and R3 are identical. So therefore the values of delta is nothing but 0. And that is also possible in another method. Now 3 has a common factor from the second row and again 3 has a common factor from the third row. Again 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 will be remaining. Again comparing with each other, the elements of second and third rows will be 0. So in these types of problem means if all the elements are, the determinant is in the form of continuous or consecutive elements. These types of problems are always using in the procedure. Either R2 can be written as R2 minus R1, otherwise R3 can be written as R3 minus R. Similarly, C2 can be changed with C2 minus C1 and C3 can be changed therefore the values of the determinant will be 0. Prove that determinant of cos square theta, cosecant square theta minus 1, cosecant square theta, cos square theta 1, 42 is equal to 0. Now again, this is a set of elements are in the form of trigonometrical function. Now what are the relations between these two functions? So we already know that one of the formula for the relations of cot and cosecant square theta. So 1 plus cot square theta is nothing but cosecant square theta. Therefore, cosecant square theta minus cot square theta. Cosecant square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1. Otherwise, cot square theta minus cosecant square theta is nothing but minus 1. So by using these two results, so if any one of these two results after the subtraction of these two elements are in the form of standard result. Therefore, these two elements are get either subtraction within the row wise or in the column. So it means C1 can be changes with C1 minus C2 or R1 can be changes with R1 minus R2. We will be choosing in any row or in the column operation. After subtraction, one of corresponding elements of the rows or in the column. After that, if this exists in the form of some standard results. Therefore, R2 can be changes with C2 can be changes with C2 minus C1. C2 changes with C2 minus C1. Then the elements are, first columns are cot square theta, cosecant square theta, 42. Then C2 minus C1 corresponding elements are get subtracted. Cosecant square theta minus cos square theta. Second elements are cos square theta minus cosecant square theta. Third one is 40 minus 42. And elements of the third column minus 1, 2. This implies these two relations are by using the properties of the identities of the trigonometric function. Cosecant square theta minus cot square theta is nothing but 1 and cot square theta minus cosecant square theta is nothing but minus 1. So therefore, in the first elements of the columns are cot square theta, cosecant square theta, 42. Then cosecant square minus cot square is nothing but 1. Cot square minus cosecant square is nothing but minus 1. 40 minus 42 is minus 2. And elements of the third columns are minus 1, 2. Then, if these elements are comparing with each other, if all the elements of the second and the third columns have changes with the sign, therefore, if one of the sign has a common factor in any one of the column, therefore, C2 can be changes with minus C2. Otherwise, C3 can be changes with minus C3. Then, elements of the first columns are cot square theta, cosecant square theta, 42. And elements of the second columns are get multiplied by minus. These are can be written as minus 1, plus 2. And elements of the third columns are also minus 1, plus 2. So then we observe all the elements of the second and third columns are elements of C2 and C3 are identical. Therefore, the values of the delta is nothing but 0, that is in the RHS. So, remember the following form of determinants is always nothing but 0. So, first way, what are the elements of the determinant? 0, A minus B minus A, 0, C, B minus C, C. So, how to remember these types of elements are always nothing but 0? So, first we will observe these elements. Such a matrix is called as one of the skew symmetric object. So, what is the definition of skew symmetric matrix? Elements of A dash is nothing but minus A, or A is nothing but minus A dash multiplication na ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So first we'll observe all the elements of the leading diagonal elements and then principal diagonal elements. These are always nothing but 0 in terms of skew symmetric matrix. And upper and lower part of the diagonals are always differ with sign. So upper part will be positive, then automatically lower parts will be negative. So upper and lower part of the diagonal elements are always differ with the sign. Then such matrix is called as skew symmetric matrix. Therefore, the value of skew symmetric determinant is always 0. It's always remember to that. So if there are problems without using in any property or in any calculation, if it is possible to write that 0 is a solution of the determinant. But how to prove them? The elements of the skew symmetric matrix of the determinant is always 0. Now first what about the definition of skew symmetric matrix? Now A is nothing but minus A dash, or A dash is nothing but minus A. It's a definition of the skew symmetric matrix. After apply the determinants on both sides. Therefore, determinant of A is equal to determinant of minus A dash. Determinant of A is equal to determinant of minus A dash. So that minus is called as one of the scalar multiplication. Therefore, we already know that one of the properties of the determinant of K into A can be written as K to the power of n into determinant of A, where n is the order of the matrix. Then determinant of K into A is equal to K to the power of n into determinant of A. So by using that property, minus of determinant of minus of A dash is nothing but minus 1, because it also can be written as minus 1 into A dash. Determinant of minus A dash is also can be written as determinant of minus 1 into A dash. Therefore, minus 1 are in the form of K. Therefore, by using the properties of the determinant, it can be written as K to the power of n. So, where n is called the order of the matrix. Therefore, in the given matrices, what about the order is nothing but 3 cross 3. Therefore, n is nothing but 3 into determinant of A dash. So, minus 1 whole to the power of 3 is nothing but minus into determinant of A dash is also nothing but determinant of A, that is the statement of the first properties of determinant. So what about the statement for the first property? If all the elements of rows and columns are interchanged, then the values of the determinant does not alter. So the value of the determinant remains same if all the elements of rows and columns are interchanged. That is also denoted by determinant of A is equal to determinant of A dash. Therefore, instead of determinant of A dash is nothing but determinant of A. So therefore, in the left hand side is determinant of A is equal to minus determinant of A dash. So after then such an element is also transposed into LHS. So it can be written as determinant of A plus determinant of A is equal to 0. After addition of these two determinant, it can be written as 2 times of determinant of A is equal to 0. This implies determinant of A is equal to 0. So it means if the given matrix is always one of the skew symmetric matrix, then the values of the determinant is always nothing but 0. So given an example for the determinants. Now determinant of 0, 2, minus 3, minus 2, 0, 5, 3, minus 5, 0. Now these types of problems, then the determinant values is always nothing but 0, because it's one of the skew symmetric then the values of the determinant is always nothing but 0. So therefore the values of that example is also nothing but 0. That is one of the given noting point. So it's always remember the values of the skew symmetric matrix is always 0. Next one. Prove that elements of the determinant x plus y plus z, x plus z, z, x, y, 1, 1, 1. It will be equal to 0. Now again first we will observe if you have any common factor for the any rows or are there any columns. So we have any does not have any common factor. Therefore either get adding or then subtraction. So one will observe that if all the elements of any rows or any columns of the given determinants are will be 0, if it is easy to get 0. So all the elements of any rows or any columns is nothing but 1. So ಯಾವುದಾದರೂ ಒಂದು ರೋ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಕಾಲಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರತಿ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ 1 1 1 ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರೆ now it's possible to get 0. 0 ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಈಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ because of the subtraction. But in that progress, it's also will observe the elements of the first and second. Elements of the first and second. X plus y, z. After addition is nothing but x plus y plus z. Similarly, y plus z and x. After addition is x plus y plus z. And x, y, z after addition is nothing but x plus y plus z. These types of elements have a common factor after that additions of the corresponding elements of rows. Therefore, R1 can be changed with R1 plus R2. Elements of R1 can be changed with R1 plus R2. So now we will observe that these are the elements of the first column, second column and third column. You can observe ಮಾಡಿ ಇವುಗಳನ್ನ ಕಾಲಮ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಓದ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. But these are the corresponding elements of the row wise. That is the first element of the first row and that is also a first element of the second row. Therefore these two will be called as corresponding elements of the row wise. Similarly, these are the second element of the first row and second element of the second row. That one is the third element of the first row and third element of the second row. Therefore, these are will be called as corresponding elements. So, yesterday class we already told that what are the corresponding elements are in the column wise will get operated in the row wise. So, adding the elements are in the row wise get be operated in the column wise. So, the elements ಗಳನ್ನ row wise ಅಲ್ಲಿ add ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ that is the corresponding element of the column wise. ಅದೇ elements ನ column wise ಅಲ್ಲಿ add ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ these are the corresponding elements of the row wise. Therefore, now getting adding in the column wise it will be operated in the row wise. R1 can be changed with R1 plus R2. These elements are x plus y plus z. Seconds are y plus z plus x. Third element is x plus y plus z. Elements of second row z, x, y and third row 1 1 1. So after that we will observe that if all the elements of the first row, all the elements of the first rows are nothing but same x plus y plus z, x plus y plus z and x plus y plus z. Therefore, now we will give a common factor x plus y plus z as a common factor. So after that common factor, whatever the remaining place of that element is 1 1 1. So now the elements na common ತೆಗೆದ್ಮೇಲೆ minimum it's a multiple of 1 ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ 1 as the remaining element. In the second row z, x, y and in the third row is also 1 1 1. So then we will observe that if all the elements of the first and third columns are identical, therefore the values of the determinants are 0. So all the elements of R1 and R3 are identical. So the values of the determinant is nothing but 0. It's one of the solution for the RHS. Next one. To prove that determinant of 1 ABC, 1 BAC, 1 CAB is equal to A minus B, B minus C and C minus C. So we'll observe the previous questions on that determinants. But you already similar to example question pattern of the question paper. So last main is nothing but 10 mark question, that is 6 plus 4. That 4 mark questions are will be given in these types of questions. So now to prove that, determinant of 1ABC, 1BAC, 1CAB is equal to A minus B minus C and then C minus. So first we consider in the LHS and it's denoted by delta. So delta is equal to 1, 1, 1 are the elements of the first column, A, B, C are the elements of the second column, B, C, AC and AB are the elements of the third column. Now again first we will observe what are the any common elements of all the elements of any rows or their columns. So we have the problems na determinant alli choose madidru. So first we will observe that if all the elements of any rows or any columns have any common factors. And if you have a row or columns if it does not contain any common factor. But it's one thing is if all the elements are any row or in any column, it's nothing but 1, 1. ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ರೋ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಕಾಲಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ 1, 1, 1 ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ 0 ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್. ರೋಗಳನ್ನ ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಕಾಲಮ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ 0 ಬರೋಂತ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ therefore these types of problems is some easy to compare to another. So if 1, 1, 1 ಅಂತ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, so if one of them will be choosing in any one of them. So either in the first row or in the first row, second row or in the third row, that one of the row will be fixed. So now elements are represented in the column wise, will get operator in the row wise. So elements column alli ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಆಪರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ದು row wise ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಅದೇ 1, 1, 1 ಅನ್ನು are in the elements of the row wise. 1, 1, 1 are the elements are in any one of the rows, then we get operated in the column wise. So these are applicable in the reverse order. The elements are in the row wise will be operating in the column wise. Other elements are in the column wise will be operating in the row wise. It's always remember to that. So that condition. Now will be fixed on the elements of the first row. Now fixed on the elements of the first row, and the remaining 2 rows are always depends on of them. So it means R2 can be changes with, because these are the elements of the column wise. 1, 1, 1 are the elements of the column wise, therefore get operating in the row wise. R2 can be changes with R2 minus R1. R2 can be changes with R2 minus R1. Similarly, R3 can be changes with either R3 minus R1, otherwise in R3 minus R2. So R3 can be depends on any one of them, either in R1 or R2. So after that, elements of R1s are 1, A, B, C. Because first elements of the first row are not operating, but elements of the second row R2 can be written as R2 minus R1. Means what are the elements of the second rows are subtracting with the corresponding element of the first row. Now first element is 1 minus 1. So 1 minus 1 is nothing but 0. Similarly, second element is B minus A. Third element is AC minus BC. Third one is AC minus BC. Similarly, R3 can be changes with R3 minus R2. Means what are the corresponding elements of the third row is subtracting with the elements of second row. Again 1 minus 1 is nothing but 0. Second places are C minus B. And in third places are AB minus AC. AB minus AC. So after that we get simplified in the elements of the third column. So 1, 0, 0, A, B minus A, C minus B, and in the elements of the third column. AC minus BC, now see as a common factor. In terms of AC minus BC, C as a common factor, it's nothing but A minus C. Similarly, AB minus AC, where A as a elements of the second and then third row. So first we'll observe the elements of R2. Now elements of R2 are 0, B minus A and C of A minus B. So in these elements, have any common factors? Elements of second row ನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು multiple numbers common ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ ನೋಡಿ first element in 0. So 0 is called as multiple of any numbers. 0 is a multiple of any number. Therefore, if it is possible to get a common factors of any numbers in terms of 0. In the second element, B minus A, and in the third element is A minus B. So what are the differences between these two? One of the element is B minus A and another one is A minus B, means these two are different with only for sign, either in positive or negative. So therefore, in the second row, now A minus B as a common factor. R2, A minus B as a common factor. Similarly, as in third row, we'll observe the elements of R3. Again, first element is nothing but 0. Second element is nothing but C minus B. And third element is nothing but A of B minus C. Again, in first element is 0, means 0 is a multiple of any number. Therefore, if it is all possible to get any common factor in terms of 0, there is not a problem. But in the second element is C minus B and third element is A of B minus C. So in these two terms, again one of the element has a common factor. Now again get B minus C. Either it's C minus C. Both any one of them will be considered common factor. Either C minus B or B minus C. Similarly for the second row, either A minus B or then B minus C. So as in third row, now B minus C as a common factor. So after that, so now what are will be taken as in the outside of the common factors. So what are the remaining elements? So in first row, now does not any common factor. First row nalli namu yadu elements na commons tagdila adnage itkodu. But in the second row, B minus A minus B as a common factor. In second row, A minus B as a common factor. Now the first element is 0. So 0 is a multiple of any number. After common factor, again if it is does not change. 0 nalli namu yav numbers bekadru common tegibodu. 0 na as it is again. Next element is B minus B. But in our common factor is nothing but A minus B. Second row as common factor is A minus B. But if the second element is nothing but B minus A, therefore it's a multiple of minus 1. After B minus A as a common factor, remaining elements of the second place is nothing but minus 1. And in third element, so in terms of A minus B as a common factor, remaining is called as C. Now we'll come to the third row, R3. So in terms of third row, B minus C as a common factor. Third row nalli B minus C and elements na common tegita idini. Therefore, what are the remaining elements? Again 0 is does not order. In second term, second element is nothing but C minus B. But now we get common factor is B minus C. Again it's a multiple of minus 1. After B minus C as a common factor. Now third element is B minus C into A. After that B minus C as a common factor, remaining element is nothing but A. Then, so next we'll observe the elements are R3. It's one of the properties. So last properties of the determinant. If all the elements are all the elements are one side of the leading diagonal elements are will be 0. It's the last properties of the determinant. If all the elements are, if one side of the leading diagonal elements are 0, then the values of the determinant is the product of the diagonal elements. So now these are will be called as diagonal element. But we'll observe that if one side of the diagonals are 0 or not, that is not equal to 0 if all the elements of the one side. So therefore, suppose if that element is nothing but 0, elements of the second elements of the third row is nothing but 0, so then will ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. So therefore how to get 0 of second element of the third row. Second element of the third row ಇದೆ ಅದನ್ನ 0 ಮಾಡೋದಿದೆ. Now the elements of the third row is depends on the elements of the second row. It's not depends on the first row. First row ಮೇಲೆ ಈ steps ಅಲ್ಲಿ first row ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ because 0 is again will be some changes of different element. Therefore third row is always depends on the second row. But in these stages if it is depends on either in first row or in the second row. ಈ steps ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅವಾಗ ನೀವು r3 ನ r1 ಜೊತೆಗೆ subtraction ಮಾಡಬಹುದು r2 ಜೊತೆಗೆ subtraction ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. But in these cases if it is always depends on only for the second row. So therefore r2 can be changed this way. Now we'll observe these two elements have been adding or subtracting with each other. Add ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 0 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, subtraction ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 0 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. That is r3 can be changed this way. r3 minus r2. Elements of r3 can be changed this way. r3 minus r2. So what are the common elements? a minus b and b minus c are will be continuous. So in the elements of the first row 1 a b c and element of the second row 0 minus 1 c are again does not order. But if the elements of the third row are will be operating, that operation is r3 minus r2. Means what are the corresponding elements of r3 and r2 are get subtracting with each other. That is 0 minus 0 is 0. Minus 1 minus half minus 1. r3 is nothing but minus 1. Minus again r2 is also minus 1. Minus half minus 1 is nothing but 0. And last element is a minus c. So then we will observe that one sides of the diagonal elements are will be c. So therefore by using the last properties of the determinant, then the values of the determinant is called the product of the diagonal elements. So now what are the diagonal elements? 1 minus 1 and a minus c. These product is called as values of the determinant. So therefore a minus b into b minus c have a common factor. A minus b and b minus c as a common factor. And the values of the determinant is 1 into minus 1 into a minus c. But 1 into minus 1 into a minus c is also can be written as c minus a after minus has a common factor. Minus 1 into a minus c can be written as c minus c. So then once we check whether some RHS will be exist or not. So first elements of the RHS is a minus b. That will come. So second element is nothing but b minus c. And third element is nothing but c minus c. So therefore it's an RHS of the determinant. So once again we will observe the calculations. First we consider in the LHS. But what are the elements of the any row or in any columns is nothing but 1. So ಯಾವಾಗ ಒಂದು ರೋ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಕಾಲಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳು 1 1 1 ಇದ್ರೆ now it's easily let's get written as 0 after some operations. If all these elements are nothing but 1 are represented in column wise, all the elements are 1 are represented in column wise, then we get operating in the row wise. Suppose if all these elements are represented in the row wise, then we get operated in the columns. So now one of the rows will be fixed. Now we will be choosing in any one of the rows will be fixed. Means if all the three rows does not operating in at a time. So 3 row galna 3 rows galna at a time alli ನಾವು ಆಪರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ because one of the rows will be fixed. In the remaining 2 rows will be operating and depends on the either r1 or the r2. Therefore r2 can be changes with r2 minus r1 and r3 can be written as r3 minus r2 or r1. R3 depends on either r2 or then r1. So elements of the first row 1 0 bc will be fixed. Elements of the second row are subtracting with the corresponding elements. 1 minus 1 is 0, b minus a, c minus bc. And r3 is also subtracting with get a common factor is nothing but a minus b. So after a minus b as a common factor, then the plus is nothing but minus 1. And the last element is c. So similarly, in the third row, now b minus c as a common factor. After that, b minus c as a common factor, in the place is nothing but minus 1 into b. So then again, once will operate in the third row. So because if one side of the diagonal elements are going to be 0, then the values of the determinant is nothing but product of the principal diagonal element. So therefore, comparing in the third row, so get operating in the elements of the third row, R3 can be changed with R3 minus R2 because these are the elements of 1 and minus 1 and minus 1. So b a minus b and b minus c are will be same. Elements of first and second rows are will be same, but elements of the third rows are get operating. That is 0 minus 0 is 0, minus 1 minus half minus 1 will be 0, and last element is nothing but a minus c. So therefore, by using the last properties of the determinant, if both sides of the diagonal elements are will be 0, then the values of the determinant is the product of the principal diagonal elements. Therefore, the elements of principal diagonals are 1, minus 1 and a minus b, and then product is nothing but c minus a. It's a multiple of the common factor is a minus b and then b minus c. So therefore, these are the elements are in the RHS. Therefore, LHS is equal to RHS.